In the depths of France, in the tranquil Limousin region, stands a ghost village frozen in time, a silent witness to one of the darkest chapters of World War II. Oradour-sur-Glane, once a peaceful community, became the stage for a horrific Nazi atrocity. A massacre so chilling it would echo across generations. What happened here on June 10th, 1944, was not merely an act of war, but a calculated slaughter, an event that etched itself into the annals of human barbarity. This is the story of vengeance, tragedy, and unyielding memory, a tale of Oradour-sur-Glane and the shadow it cast over history. The summer of 1944 was a time of hope and turmoil for Nazi-occupied France. Allied forces had stormed the beaches of Normandy just 4 days earlier, signaling the beginning of the liberation of Europe. For the French resistance, it was a rallying cry. Across the price hasties of sabotage, ambushes and uprisings targeted German supply lines and military units. But such defiance came at a price. The German High Command, desperate to quell the resistance and secure control, issued orders of brutal retaliation. Entire communities were deemed expendable. Towns could be wiped out, civilians executed, punishment for acts they often had no hand in. The goal was simple: instill fear, crush resistance and maintain German dominance. The 2nd SS Panzer Division, Das Reich, was central to this campaign of terror. Under orders to reinforce the front lines in Normandy, the division moved through southern and central France with ruthless efficiency, leaving a trail of burned villages and mass graves. But no atrocity would match what transpired in Oradour-sur-Glane. On the morning of June 10th, 1944, a column of SS soldiers entered Oradour-sur-Glane. It was a peaceful village, untouched by the war's violence thus far. Farmers tilled their fields, children played in the streets, and the church bells echoed across the valley. Few could have imagined the storm about to descend upon them. The SS claimed they were conducting a routine search, looking for hidden weapons and resistance fighters. Villagers were ordered to assemble in the town square. Women and children were directed to the church, while the men were marched into barns and garages. The villagers complied, confused but unaware of the true intent of their captors. What followed was cold, calculated carnage. The men of Oradour-sur-Glane, more than 190 of them, were herded into barns under SS guard. The soldiers set up machine guns and then, without hesitation, opened fire. Bullets rained down in a merciless hailstorm, mowing down their helpless captives. But that wasn't enough. No, the SS would show no mercy. To ensure that no one, not a single soul, survived, the SS piled hay and wood onto the motionless bodies. Then they set the barns ablaze. Flames roared and engulfed the scene, consuming everything. Lives, identities, and memories were erased in a matter of minutes. The women and children, over 240 souls, were locked inside the church. The SS placed an incendiary device near the altar and ignited it. As fire and smoke engulfed the sanctuary, terrified cries filled the air. Many tried to escape through windows and doors, only to be met with gunfire. The soldiers shot indiscriminately, ensuring no one could flee. By the time the fires subsided, the church was a charred ruin, its floor littered with the remains of mothers and children. Amid the horrors of Oradour-sur-Glane, one voice emerged to tell the tale: Marguerite Roufanche, the sole survivor of the church massacre. As flames consumed the sanctuary, as cries filled the air, she found the courage to escape through a small rear window. Bullets struck her as she fled, leaving her gravely wounded. Yet she crawled, inch by inch, into nearby undergrowth, hiding until the SS soldiers finally departed. Her testimony revealed the full brutality of that day. The terror inside the church, the flames, the merciless gunfire. Marguerite's survival became a powerful reminder of the strength of the human spirit and a haunting testament to the atrocities committed. Through her, the voices of Oradour's victims echo still, demanding the world never forget. The massacre of Oradour-sur-Glane was not an act of war, but an act of terror, a grim warning to the French resistance and any who dared oppose Nazi rule. Yet, it had the opposite effect. Rather than quelling rebellion, it steeled the resolve of the French people. Resistance fighters intensified their efforts, sabotaging railways, ambushing German convoys, and aiding the advancing Allies. After the war, some members of the SS involved in the massacre were captured and tried. In 1953, a military tribunal in Bordeaux convicted 20 former soldiers of war crimes. However, most of the perpetrators escaped justice, and the scars left by this atrocity remain unhealed. Today, Oradour-sur-Glane stands as a silent memorial, a ghost village preserved to bear witness to the horrors of war. After the massacre, Charles de Gaulle ordered the village left untouched. A frozen moment in history, a testament to the 642 lives lost on that fateful day. Walking its desolate streets, one sees rusting bicycles, crumbling homes, and burned-out cars, every detail a haunting reminder of the life that once thrived here. The church, its roof open to the sky, looms as a somber monument, its charred walls whispering of the terror and innocence lost within above the ruins. A plaque reads simply, "Souviens-toi," remember. These words echo through time, urging future generations to confront the past and ensure such atrocities are never repeated. Oradour-sur-Glane is not just a place of sorrow, it is a stark warning of the cost of hatred and the enduring power of memory.